Hi everyone, my name is Anangsha Alammyan and welcome back to my channel. If you've been following my videos for a while, I'm currently working on my first full-length novel. This is also going to be my fifth published book, but all the books I published previously were short novellas, novelettes and poetry collections. But this is my first full-length novel with a huge complicated plot and so many characters, and currently I am in the writing slash planning phase, still figuring out the plot, still figuring out the characters. And there's something unique I decided to do with this novel to keep myself on track and to hold myself accountable, and that is writing this novel in public. So I have decided to make a weekly update vlog of my novel and going to share that with you people. So this is going to be me writing in public so that you guys can hold me accountable if I disappear for more than a week, which means I got distracted or sidetracked, and I don't want that to happen. So this is my way of holding myself accountable. So let me take you through what's happening right now. This is week 2, vlog 2. Part 1 of this vlog can be found on my channel. I'm also going to link it right here, so make sure to check it out. So let's talk about what's happening right now. Before that, a quick background. I am here in Pune with my friend Upasna. I think you can see her in the background working, reading. So I'm here in Pune for a week. I'm here for some other work. And since writing a novel is an exhaustive process, I'm obviously continuing the writing process in Pune as well. The progress hasn't been that good as I would have liked to, because being on a vacation and working is not that easy. But the characters don't let me chill. They keep coming to me in my thoughts. The new plot twists keep coming in my head, and I'm compelled to write. So today I have come to a place called Chayos in Pune. This is in the Baner Balewadi Road area, and as you can see, the location is pretty nice and posh. I've got myself a nice little table here and working in peace. So I have my laptop, my journal, my phone, and obviously my water bottle with me. So the first thing that I did after coming here was to make the plot points. So this is today's date, as you can see, and I have done a lot of plotting today. So basically, in my previous video I talked about how I wrote around 11,000 words, right? So after writing those words, I got some more new ideas which were a little difficult to fit in the existing plot. So I made a mental note, but it wasn't working that well. So I actually made a physical note how the threads tie up. So this will help me plan. And while I was writing, right, I was also, I'll show you the exact thought process. So I was also working with ChatGPT to help me give some ideas, but all the ideas ChatGPT gave me were so cliche. I am so done with it. I'm like, no, that's not how I'm gonna write my novel. I am not gonna fill it with plot cliches that everyone else can guess. My friend Upasna suggested me another app, another AI assistant called Claude. I haven't yet tried it. Maybe I will try it. I'll let you know how the progress with Claude goes. But for now, I decided to quit taking help from AI assistants and do the entire plotting myself. And that is exactly why I got out my journal and did some planning. Today, sitting at Chayos, I have written about 8 pages of notes, and they are all very chaotic. Arrows and dashes and lots of corrections. But that's how the whole process of writing a novel is. It's never linear, it's never streamlined, it never goes according to plan. So yes, I am enjoying the process. I feel I made quite a lot of progress today, plot-wise, not writing-wise. I did not write a single word today, but I got a little bit ahead in my journey of outlining the entire story. Since the first vlog, I have made so many changes to the plot. I have added so many characters. I have added so many subplots, and I'm super excited to see how all of them pan out. On paper, the climax sounds pretty exciting, but I'm also curious to see how this pans out when I actually write it, how my ideas translate into words. So that is a work in progress, and we are gonna see. So yes, that's all the update for today. Now we are gonna go out, me and Upasna, we are gonna go out, do some shopping and then head for dinner. After that, I have decided I'll go and write some things at home. So maybe I'll make a part 2 of this vlog at home, or maybe on some other day. I'll keep you guys updated on how the rest of the writing process goes, especially on vacation in Pune. So stay tuned for more. Hi, this is another day and we are working out of another cafe. This particular outlet is the Third Wave Coffee outlet in Baner, Pune. Pretty nice place, and I found myself a nice cozy spot with the couch where I can keep my bag pretty comfy. I have my laptop in front of me, I have my headphones and my bag. So we are all set to start working. And before we do that, I thought I'll just record a quick vlog to share a little bit of update that has happened since last time. So if you watched the first part of my writing in public vlog, you would remember that I was sharing that I wrote my novel in Campfire. So we ran into some issues with Campfire. Let me just quickly show it to you. So this is how it was looking, Campfire, and in the free version of the manuscript, we can only use 25,000 words, which is fine because currently I am not on that phase yet. But we can only add 10 characters, and I have somehow run out of characters. I have run out of space to add more characters. I did want to add more characters, but it's not possible on the free version. So I'm thinking, why not shift to Notion? Because Notion, I have already paid for Notion, and the word limit is unlimited there in Notion, and even there I have the functionality of writing chapter by chapter. So let me show you. This is Campfire, this is Notion, and this is my book. So I have organized it like this, chapter wise, and currently I'm writing this and this. So I have a feeling that for now Notion might work for me, because even though the concept of Campfire is great, which is basically when you finish one chapter, you can keep publishing chapter by chapter on the platform where there are a lot of readers. So the platform itself will connect a writer to their readers, which is a great concept. But since what I'm writing right now is a thriller, so I find myself going back and editing the earlier chapters a lot. To add some foreshadowing, to add some clues, and if I added a new subplot, I have to add some introduction to it in the previous chapters, right? So this is definitely not in the stage where I can publish each chapter as I go. It will take some time. So for me, for now, Notion is good. So I'm gonna stick to Notion, and I'll let you know how it goes. So far, it's been going great. Hi. Hello. So I'm back in Hyderabad, back at home, and I'm back to working on my book after all the brilliant ideas that I got in Pune that I shared with you in the previous part of this vlog. Let me show you the progress I've made since then. So if you remember, the last time I showed this manuscript, I was at chapter 5 and I was a little stuck. I was in the middle of writing chapter 5 and I was feeling not sure about my characters, about my story, about the plot, about where it was going in general and what I would do next. I had reached the conclusion that I needed to spend more time with these characters, but there was no way my protagonist would have access to this information. So how do I reveal that information to my readers? I got the brilliant idea of switching POVs. Till now I had written it from the point of view of one character, but what if I switched it and gave the other character, some other character, the chance to narrate their story, their perspective? And that's how I would easily get access to all the inside information that the other protagonist doesn't have. So that brilliant idea saved me, and look where I am right now. I was at chapter 5 last time we talked, and now I have written chapter 8, and the end of this chapter would be the end of part 1 of this book. So as per my plan, so far this book has 3 parts. First part is the introduction, build up, setting everything, and then something happens, a major plot twist. After that, part 2 begins, which is like a prequel to part 1. Like part 1 is something that happens in the present, part 2 is the past, few years back, that gives context to part 1. And by the end of part 2, the twist is reversed. I mean, what you thought you knew about the world is reversed by the end of part 2. And part 3 is the resolution, where everything sort of comes together and we find out what happened, who killed the person, why did they kill them, how did the other person hide their tracks. All of these details are in part 3, and there is an epilogue as well where we find out the truth. So I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to give you spoilers. You have to read the book for that. But yeah, this is where I'm at. I am currently writing chapter 8 and I'm going to finish that by tonight. And then we will be on to writing part 2. So a lot of people have asked me why I am writing my book in sequence, because a lot of writers, they write their books in bits and pieces, some chapters first. Some people like to write the ending first. Some writers like to write the main romance parts. But the reason I'm not doing it is I have tried doing that before in my other novel that I was working on that was never published. That had 67,000 words and I stopped because, you know, it's like if you have a box of candies with all different types of candies in it and you pick your favorite ones and you eat all of them. In the end, you will be left with the candies that you purposefully left behind. So you don't want to eat them anymore. That's what happened with me. I wrote all the favorite parts of the story first. What I was left with were the boring parts and I was so frustrated. I never ended up writing that. So I want to save myself from that same predicament again. And that's why I'm writing all of this in one go, because I don't want to risk stopping this novel again. And now that you people are with me on this journey, I have to finish it, right? I have to finish it and I have to let you know the story, because I myself am very eager for the story as well. So that's where we are at. Tonight we are going to finish part 1 and I'm also wrapping up this vlog, this part of the vlog here. No, I'm wrapping up this entire vlog here. So you have to see me in another vlog where I will tell you about all the other cool stuff that I've been doing and all fun writing progress that I made. But yes, thank you so much for watching this vlog with me. I hope you had fun. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have any questions about the writing process, about my book, about the characters, please do let me know. I'll see you again super soon with another new writing update vlog. Until then, stay awesome and keep writing. Cheers!